Origami cranes. Have I got a story for you? Now, this may surprise some people, but I was a theater kid in middle school. I was actually a theater kid throughout my life and was in some plays for kids when I was young, but I quit after middle school because that's when my severe anxiety disorder decided to show up. Okay, so in middle school you can do a regular theater class in 7th grade, then an advanced drama class you have to try out for. I tried out, got in, and expected to learn so much about acting and theater. Instead, well, that's our story for today. In advanced drama, we had to do a mandatory group play we would go to competition for and perform. The play was chosen by the teacher and man, our teacher, who we're gonna call Miss S? I'm not very creative. Was not a very responsible teacher. She barely even taught. Okay, so the play she chose for us was called 1,000 Cranes. Keep in mind, we were middle schoolers, and at competition, everyone else chose a comedy play. 1,000 Cranes is about a girl dying of leukemia after the atom bomb who attempts to fold 1,000 cranes to have a wish granted to save her own life. Yeah, downer. So then we had auditions in class, and everyone was required to try out for a part. Again, I was just developing my anxiety disorder at this point, so even though I signed up for advanced drama, I quickly wanted absolutely nothing to do with the spotlight. Miss S also played favorites. Wanna know how I know? I was the favorite. Granted, I was skilled enough in acting to get accepted, but then during auditions, I never tried out for the lead role, and just tried for the role with the least amount of lines because I had to. Every time, she just handed me the lead role. I would turn it down, she would insist, I would turn it down again, then she would sigh and give it to someone else. She would then assign me a backstage role like sound, and she never taught us anything about sound. At competition, I just went to the sound booth terrified and had no idea what I was doing because she never taught me anything. I think I was her favorite because I was a quiet, obedient child. On the off days she did teach, I would quietly do the work, then ask if I could sit in the hall to read as the class was loud as shit. So yeah, I had a lazy teacher who didn't teach, played favorites, and chose the most depressing play ever as our play to go to competition. And Miss S had the brilliant idea of having our class actually fold 1,000 cranes as props. Anyone who thinks, hey, that doesn't sound so bad, nope, prepare to be proven wrong. So, for months, our class in drama, where we're supposed to be learning about acting, would be, okay, class, use your phones for instructions if you need. There's paper up here. Fold cranes. Then she'd just freaking leave. She'd just leave the class and sometimes wouldn't even come back, and we'd just leave after the bell. Now, at the time, I was taking ADHD medication, which meant I was hyper-focused all the time. In drama, most kids are rambunctious and loud and didn't do work, so the classroom would be a screaming mess, and I'd just be quietly folding cranes. I got to the point I could fold 8 in a single class period. We did this for months. Rehearsals would only be after class, so each class period was folding cranes. For months. I got pretty good at it, and it got so ingrained to me doing this for an hour every day for like 50 days. One time I was at a restaurant with my mom. She gave me a 20 to go get something from the front. The line was long, and I kind of zoned out, and when I got to the front, the $20 bill was folded into a crane. Okay, you may think, how do you accidentally fold a crane? Listen! It was so second nature. And those of you who actually know origami might be going, but it has to be a perfect square for you to... Nope, you can fold the bill into a square and then into a crane. It's actually not that hard. I can still do it to this day. Alright, I have a dollar bill here, which I'm going to fold into a crane by memory to prove I wasn't fibbing. You get this, and then you just kind of... So now we have a square, and then we just kind of fold in every possible direction. When I say I did this without really thinking, it was kind of that ADHD thing where you see it and you're thinking about it, but you don't really process what you're doing. So I was just kind of doing this in the line. I didn't even think that it was money or that I was folding it. I was just like, Like, ta-da, money crane. Yeah, but then the thing is, then I gave the lady, like, the most crinkled piece of goddamn money you've ever seen in your life. Also, Miss S never counted the cranes until after everything was over. We actually ended up folding 1,100 cranes. We had tubs full. I wonder how she used these cranes. That's the worst part. The cranes were for a scene where the kid just dumps out a tub full and goes, "Look how many I folded already." Here's the thing in theater, though. No one in the fucking audience could even see that they were cranes. The stage is always so bright and far away that it could have been paper balls for all they knew. Then Miss S decided, let's glue them into a wreath to hang as a prop. We couldn't get anything strong enough to hold up the wreath. And I was the one who made it. During rehearsals, I would be off to the side gluing cranes to a wreath. And it's in the yearbook. So the wreath went to waste, as did hours and hours and hours of crane folding, all for friggin' nothing. And when we performed, even the judges were like, "Okay, so the play you chose was different." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's depressing as shit. Everyone else had romantic comedies full of goofy shenanigans, and ours had a little girl dying of leukemia." So that's the story of my advanced drama class, though I think I should just refer it to from now on as crane folding class. It's still so ingrained to my brain today. I folded so many cranes. I can still fold a crane now. Just give me a piece of paper in 10 minutes and you'll have a crane. I don't even have to look at those damn instructions I had bookmarked solely for that class. My mom still has a dollar bill folded into a crane from that period of my life. Okay, I hope you like that story. I tell this to my family all the time and I get so fired up talking about it because I'm still salty about it to this day. Thanks for watching. I'm liking this new vid format, so if you like this, consider subscribing if you like my content. I'm still trying things out, but I hope I get better, and this was maybe better than the last one. I hope you all have a nice day.